Hello everybody, welcome back to the Long Way YouTube channel. On today's episode we're going to be back to working on the bed. We've got it cut down and got it trimmed up in the last episode, and now what we're going to be doing is setting the troop carrier door length. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow us to take the 3 foot out, but also to put the bed back together and draw it in a way that we can get it all welded along the line on top and get the Z on the frame put together in the right spot. So by the end of this episode we should have the bed welded back together. If you guys are finding value in this type of content, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, share, and we really appreciate you guys watching. Enjoy the episode. And that's exactly what I was hoping for right there. This is built exactly like the other one is. All I gotta do is flush this up and take this right here, stick it right there, and actually stick it right there, like that, and we'll be done. Well, that, there we go. That sucker's still hot. So we're gonna clean this up flush right here. We're gonna clean this up flush, then we're gonna go prep this. We're gonna weld it back on. fighting all the way off. Alrighty, so this is gonna go just like that. And set her up like that, and get her tacked in and welded. Yes, sir. That's what she's gonna look like. Looks like I need to put a little piece in here, there in the front. Pull this sucker off. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece to go in here to kind of fill this hole right there. So this little hole right here, I'm going to cut a piece to just go ahead and fill that all the way up. Right there. That way we don't have to worry about nothing when I stick that other one on. So let's get it cut out. 2 7/8 by 2 3/8. 2 7/8 by 2 3/8. Alright, got her in there. Now we're gonna get her tacked up. Alright, we got everything welded on. Now we're going to get ground off nice and smooth for you. Alright, so we got her all cleaned up, and we're getting to find a little bit of tune up here. Alright, the way that looks. Looks like it's all nice and ready to get welded in. It's got weld through primer on it, and I'm thinking I'm ready to go. So let's get her welded in. Of course, it decided to rain today whenever we needed to back the truck out and get the bed set on it, but we got plenty of work we can do inside. Last night we got this piece cut down and welded back together and ready to receive this the latch piece. So I'm gonna get it tacked on today. It's gonna go on there something like this, I think, something like that. So we'll get it tacked on this morning, and then get that other bed, get this bed door put on, kind of get everything set like it needs to be set, make sure it's in the right spot, and then we'll see what we got to do to get this front piece on and welded together. So it's going to be a full day, but hopefully when we're done we'll have the bed put together enough that we can use it. So tally ho, here we go. Alrighty, looks like it's in the right spot. Put a little tacky back after we kick the crap out of that. You guys want to see my son's wiener? There you go. Hello, yes, it's Clifford. Yes, it's Clifford. Oh, hello. What you guys think I was talking about? Gee, dirty-minded people. Well, I have no idea where the tape measure went. I know I put it somewhere where I could find it. And now I can't find it. So, let's go find another one.
346 minutes later.
This ain't the right one, but it is one. So, that's good enough for me. Now we are ready to go. Throw a little liquid metal in there. Contact. Well, maybe not. Alright, so you're gonna be like that. That part of it worked. Those look pretty square to me. Like they're lined up okay. But the tape measure will tell. Pretty damn close. Alright y'all, so we've whooped our laser out here for the last little bit of measurement. I don't know if you guys can see or not, but we've got our laser lined up down there and we're making our marks, little tick marks all the way back. So we used our measurement from the center line of this hole with the center line of that hole right there. We got this cut where we want it all the way across. So we lined up the center holes and then we made our measurements, and that's where we're going to cut the bed, the top part of the bed. The bottom part of the bed we already made the measurements for whenever we did the Z-cuts. So now I got to figure out how we're going to put these two together to make sure the cuts are perfect. So that's where we're on to now. Alright, we're fixing to make the most critical cut of the whole thing, and all my measurements say we should be 3 inches from the center of this hole, which is 5 inches from this edge, which is those dots right there. So we're going to line those dots out. We're going to cut it to where the splice is out here, I think. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, that makes the most sense. We'll cut it to where the splice is out here, and then we'll weld it all together. That's about the only idea I can come up with. So we're going to shoot our shot and see what happens. Buckle up, Buttercup. Here we go. Well, we got our piece welded on. A piece of 1/4 inch is going to be our straight edge, and this is going to be our cut, good or bad. So here we go. Alright, I know I got a plasma cutter. I'm gonna cut that last little bit with a grinder because I just want to. I want to make sure it's nice and straight. Yep, there she is. Right, wrong, or indifferent. Alright, let's get it cleaned up, see if it goes together. Ready to see how good we did, or how much we got to fix. Measure twice, measure 10 times, cut once. Let's see if it worked out right. Here you go. All right, so we got everything cleaned up, and I'm fixed to put some ratchet straps on it and pull it all together and see how close we are. So y'all enjoy it. All right, everybody, I'm tired of playing games. We're just gonna go get the truck out. We're gonna set the bed on the truck and use it as a flat spot. And that's how we're gonna line everything up, because I'm not gonna sit here and pull this side and have that side go out. We're just gonna get the truck, put it on the truck, and it'll be a lot easier once we get it set up. So here we go. cussing, discussing. I got this thing lined up enough to get a couple of tacks on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys watch me welding up here. It's pretty hot in the shop, but we're gonna give her a shot anyway. So I'll put you guys in here so you can see what's going on. Got a pretty good hole to fill, but it is what it is. You measure twice, cut once, and sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. So we're gonna have to fill a little bit of that in, but oh well, here we go. This bit up here is a little better, so it shouldn't be so ugly. That was a good one. Two good deep wells. Well, that went without a hitch. Another reason why you really want to take your time and fit everything up. When you get your fit up right, you end up with something that looks nice like that instead of the other side. So let's get this front side put together. We're going to pull it off, flip it over, and weld the bottom. And we're getting closer. Alright guys, sometimes you just got to do some shit. So I don't know if you guys see that or not, but it's perfectly lined up. But I had to do a little bit of finagling. Weld that onto that, put a pry bar. Not just any pry bar, but the mother of all pry bars on it with a ratchet strap. So you might be a redneck if you do something like that. But we've got that lined up. We're going to make that weld, and then that's going to be all the welding on the frame until we take it off the truck. But yeah, might be a redneck if you do something like that. We're going to get started welding this bed together. We got the bottom kind of together a little bit, and get you guys in here close so you can see us get after this right here. Contact after we pull this down, that is. Pretty good. I don't know, y'all. I think that looks pretty dadgum good. Pretty dadgum good. One little spot to do here. Got a little problem here. I don't necessarily know that it's a problem, it's just something we got to deal with. So I'll show you guys. We'll look. You see the daylight underneath the left side, and this is how you take care of that. Put your little cheater in there, little screwdriver. How you line that out. Go a little bit farther and see how far you can go before it starts buckling again. pretty good all the way across there, so I'm going to put a couple in here. Now that does look good. Bring it on across. See what we're doing here. It's that crack. Gotta make that crack go away. Just like that. Yeah, it went away. That's what we're trying to do. Alrighty, then we're going to run the speed all the way back down to there. I'm just going to keep going back and checking. Make sure it don't work. Yep, I went and put it all on, so I'll show you guys what it looks like later, but we're going to get after it. I think I need more wire, which means I got to get down. We're not feeding enough wire in, it's making a low puddle, so now we get to deal with this. Got a pretty good gap. Now we're touching right there, so we need to grind that out. One, we can adjust it. Two, so we got somewhere for the weld to go, so we'll get that grounded out. Some dimes. Well, we're out of welding lead, so I got to go around to the other side, move the welder and everything. So I'll catch you guys over there. And yes, it's hot. It's hot. It's hot, and I'm blind, so I look like a damn mole. Here we go. All right, second boat same as the first over here. We'll get this one here buttoned up, and then we'll run across the top. I'm gonna have to grind that out. I can't even see in there. So that's all put together and primered. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna leave the welds on. They look pretty good to me. There's a couple of spots got some porosity in it that I'm gonna have to go grind out and redo. That's okay. Not bad for the amount of length we went. Guys, that's gonna do it for part 2 of the bed. I'm really happy with how everything worked out. We had a little bit of a gap we had to fill in there on that one side where it was about 3/8 of an inch to a 1/2 inch in some places. But I measured twice, cut once, and somehow with the plasma cutter I got on the wrong side of the line twice, and it fattened up on me. those things happen. We were able to fill it in. It looks great. I'm also really happy with how the seam across the top of the bed turned out. It was about a welding rod thick all the way across, except for a couple spots where it got tight. We were able to take that out with a grinder. All in all, it really worked out well. I'm happy with the way it fits. The next thing you guys are going to see in the next video, we're going to be getting the troop carrier bed doors, the pop down doors we tack together, get those welded up completely, and then we're going to get the troop carrier rails cut down as well. They're made out of fiberglass, and there's a little bit of metal work as well, but that's what we're going to do in the next episode. So do me a favor, stop what you're doing right now, leave me a comment, even if it's I like trucks, like I said last time. Just leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, and share it with somebody. So we'll look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Peace out. We'll see you.